Hello and thank you for joining me on my first YouTube video. Today I will be showing you a speed build of Moonwood Manor. I'm building this for a couple of Sims from my legacy family. This is from private gameplay, but I may be showing them on here in the future. They have a history of witchcraft and vampirism, and I'm bringing these guys here for some werewolf gameplay. So I've started with laying the floor plan. I have in mind a Maliceadams family vibe, but I'm trying to keep it not so grungy. So the title of the video has been inspired by my most recent unsuccessful foray into employment. Without going into too much detail, I have an autoimmune disease along with many other ailments, which mean I get ill a lot, and because I was absent from work a lot, I ended up losing my job. I've been looking into and like researching creating content for YouTube for ages, and even like a couple of years ago I attempted to do some Twitch streaming, but I had to basically get back into working and stuff, financial issues, but yeah, I've got the support of my partner, and he's been encouraging me to give it a go. I'm not doing anything else. There's not really much that I can do at the moment, so I might as well enjoy myself and share it with everyone. The music in the video was provided by my brother, who goes by the artist name Fidge, which I will link in the description of the video if you wanted to check him out. He's very talented. I must apologise for the clipping like in the video. I tried to keep it as short as I could. I had to do a lot of speeding up, obviously it's a speed build, but my video editing skills aren't amazing, and I actually I've edited this on Windows Movie Maker, which isn't the most robust of programs, and it can be quite temperamental. So I'm looking into some other video editing software at the moment, but obviously I know how to use Movie Maker. It's been around forever, and I thought I'm not gonna attempt to use some software that I'm not entirely sure of using until I've had a little play around with it.
Good afternoon. We are here, and once again, it is our great pleasure to be in your reality.
So in this bit here, I put in the trellis ladders from the high school pack, which I think look really good. The what's great as well is that it's sort of hidden, but in plain sight. In plain sight. Yeah. Oh, so this is one of my pet hates in this game, the columns. In The Sims 2, you could put the columns in the center of the tile, and I would have thought that with The Sims 4 they would make the advancement of being able to place the column wherever you bloody liked, but nope, just in the corner. And they point out as well in the corner if you haven't got the right freeze on. I think it's called a freeze. Yeah, it just looks really awkward. and here I'm actually putting in a skylight. I've seen this quite a few times showed on like the YouTube reels, and I thought it'd be important to keep this in just to show how it can look in the full build rather than just showing you how it's done. I think it looks really pretty. I would love to have something like that. Again, those annoying columns. And we've got another balcony going in. That's annoying. The wall gets taken down. Okay, so I skipped forward to just show that all the walls, painted all the walls, decided on the the slats. Is it a slat? The like tiles that match the roof tile. There we go. I've matched that up. And fixing the roof. Okay, so we're going in. I was planning the stairs here. Now this was a real pain because I forgot how to put the stairs in so that you could have like a look down from above, and it was like I spent like I think half an hour trying to get the gap in the floor up above, and it kept on covering up a couple of tiles, and it was obviously because I forgot that you have to put the fence in at the top of the stairs. I stopped doing that a while ago because there was a bug, which they've now fixed, but there was a bug where if you had a fence at the top of the stairs, then the Sims wouldn't be able to get up there. But yeah, I've done a recessed fireplace there, which I think it gives the kitchen a little bit more character. Like just having your straight walls, sometimes it's good just to you know, throw in some things like that just to give it more character. Lost my audio then. Yeah, just to give it more character. In the UK, the older buildings that you go into, it's not very often that you're going to find a box room, so there's usually recessed walls or walls sticking out where there would have been fireplaces at some point, or there may still be fireplaces. In my house, I've got one fireplace in my living room which has been boarded up, and there's a bricked up fireplace in my bedroom, and in my kitchen there's also a bricked up fireplace, and obviously that changes the shape of the room. So and I hate a block room. I hate a square room. It does my head in. It's just so boring. something else that I've become frustrated with, because I've been playing The Sims 4 for such a long time, is the lack of colours in the wallpapers and the paints. They're all very samey. Yeah, again, like I got to the sitting room and it will show up now. I got to this sitting room and I was like, it's just a box. I didn't like it, you know. Horrible. I don't want to fill in a box. I want it to look better. And so I decided to put a fireplace in there. So it's just a cozy little living room. And then I put a bathroom on the back of that. So in these types of houses, it's actually more common that you would have the small living room like we've got here, and then there would usually be another room on the back of that, quite a large room, because you would have like your fancy living room that you would save for special occasions, and then at the back you might have like your daily living room. Dining rooms, again, in these types of houses don't get used very often. There's usually a little kitchen table in the kitchen that people use. So in these houses you usually have like showrooms which you only use when you have guests around, and it's always been that way. Back to when they were first built, these rooms were built to show off, not to have function. So as well as you know, playing The Sims and stuff like that, I'm planning on doing some art videos in the future. I love drawing and painting. I love making things. I make rune stones, jewellery. I decorate boxes. You name it, and I've probably tried it. And I've actually got an online store. I might put a link in the future. I'm not quite prepared to you know, set that up properly again. It has taken a back seat with everything that's been going on at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some more gameplay videos as well. I'm really looking forward to the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which I'm sure I'll be sharing on here with some gameplay. And what else have we got coming up? We've got Hogwarts Legacy, which is waiting in my shopping cart to buy. And what else we got? Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I cannot wait for that. I was obsessed with that game when I was a teenager on my PSP, and yeah, amazing. I mean, I didn't ever complete Final Fantasy VII personally, but I did watch my brother play it multiple times. I got to a certain point on there and I just couldn't get to the end. But with Crisis Core, my god, I loved it, and I was obsessed with Zack, and I loved it when Genesis would pop up reading the Loveless poem. Like, oh, it was just so good. And the soundtrack to it, I remember downloading the soundtrack, and like I would just listen to that, and you'd be like going to school and be like, what are you listening to? Listening to the Crisis Core. Such a nerd. But yeah, absolutely loved it. So I did actually record this video in two parts because I did the main floors, the bedrooms and downstairs, and I got to the point where I was like, oh, am I going to be able to finish this? Do I have it in me? And then yeah, I sort of just said, well, this is enough for now. I'll work on this, see how I get on, and if I think that I'm actually going to end up posting it, then I will continue the build, record it, and then add it on later. So yeah, I liked this decision that I came up with, turning that little box there into the bathroom and then putting the ladder up. I did play around with putting a staircase upstairs, but it just didn't feel right. It took up a lot of space because of the wall height, and yeah, it just, I don't know. I just thought it's more like secretive. I thought maybe we could put, when I'm playing with it, we could put like one of those bookcases in the way so that it's like a secret entrance. But I enjoyed decorating this room. So the Sims that I'm moving into this house, they're actually brother and sister, and I think one of them is still a spellcaster and the other one isn't. Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that there was enough space in the house as well, so that if I do decide to do the whole spellcaster stuff along with the werewolf gameplay, then there would be enough room to do that, because I mean the cauldron is 4 tiles big. I know that you can size it up and down, but then the actual animation doesn't size down with it, so it does look really weird. Again, like playing The Sims 4, I mean, I still play The Sims 2 a lot, and whenever I'm playing The Sims 4, I'm like, I wish that I had this bedspread swatch for this bed. It's really annoying because you'll pick out a wallpaper that you're in love with, and then you're like, oh, that's the right you know, the right bed frame, and then when it comes to like the color options or the pattern choices on the actual bedspread, I just find it absolutely infuriating. I like the I usually play with mods, and I've downloaded a lot of custom content in the past where you're able to place the actual bedding separately, which means that you're able to switch between different you can match up different bedspreads with different bed frames. So this sim is quite artsy. I've got the books in there because they're I'm pretty sure they were a book lover or something like that. And this is the fella's room, which I'm not really sure on what kind of direction his story is going to take, but I've always felt him to be a little bit effeminate, so I thought I would just give him a little bit of a flair in his room, you know, show that he cares about his appearance, you know, a little bit stylish. But yeah, my idea for my upcoming Sims Let's Play is actually going to be the Sims base game. I'm going to start a legacy challenge with the Sims base game, because I have been playing The Sims for such a long time and I haven't gone back to the base game for years now. It will be interesting for me to see how much the base game has changed, how many features that they've brought to it, and objects and gameplay and such that they've brought to the base game. Obviously, the base game is free now, so you can download it on any of the platforms that they host it on. We've got PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Mac. Yeah, I was really there was rumours about them bringing a Sims title to the Switch, which I was really looking forward to until like there was this whole EA thing going down between them and Nintendo. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but basically it was like, nope, there's not going to be a Sims title coming to the Switch, and I was really annoyed by that because I have always played the Sims titles on Nintendo devices. I mean, from the first I think it was The Sims Busting Out was the first one on the Nintendo. What was it? The Game Boy Advance. I had the Game Boy Advance SP. Played it on that. Oh my god, I've got so many so many SPs at home because I went through this phase where I liked to take them apart and like customize the cases and stuff like that. So I've I've got so much junk to get through. It's amazing. I mean, the room that I'm sitting in at the moment, it used to be my office when we first moved into the house, and then over the years it just ended up becoming a junk room, and I've recently tidied it out, and I've painted and decorated and blah, 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 but it's just exhausting. Oh my god, it's never ending. Here we go. Again, like, I don't know what it is about the colours, but that carpet to me, which I think it came in the Vampires pack, I love the colour purple, but that is just such a bright coloured purple. Do you know what I mean? You would expect it to have like an antique-ish colour, like a little bit more yellow in there to... I don't know. I can't explain myself. I'm struggling. But yeah, I had to have a suit of armour. I had to use the motherload cheat a couple of times in this house as well because I ran out of money. I think we started with like 37,000 simoleons, and yeah, so it's quite an expensive house, but you can download it and then just move someone in empty. I changed my mind about this because the what I would love is a half tile counter. I know you can like use the move objects on cheat and like scooch things around, which I have done in certain places, but if there was a half tile counter, then you could do like centered oven or centered sink or something like that. You know, it's like those end tile cupboards, they're just over the mark, so they end up sticking out. I really love this idea as well. I would love something like that in my kitchen. Flowers and birds. Lights underneath, because it's quite dark in that room. And I love the fridge freezer as well. Bins as well. There's not enough options for bins. I'm sorry, but they either looked really like chunky and plasticky, which don't go well in a house like this, or they're just like ridiculously over the top. So I ended up going for just this plainish looking one. I didn't want to put too much clutter in because it is a legacy family. They do have a lot of objets d'art that come along with them. They have portraits in their inventory and stuff like that. So I know that, you know, you need to make sure that you're leaving enough space for things. So here we go. I'm decorating upstairs. I just turned this into an entertainment room for now. Big screen TV. So it looks like we're doing the outside, so just move it over a tad. I end up doing a little bit more, you can see that I ended up lifting some of the terrain up a bit more, just to give it a little bit more character. I also skip over all of the terrain painting as well. Very tedious, very boring. But I always put like a dirt or mud paint around the fences and around the bottom of the house. It gives it a bit more of 3 dimension. And I have to have a pond. I have to have a pond in my garden. I grew up with a pond in my we have in my parents' house a koi pond. So here we go. This is the tour of the house. Go through the gates. Again, I'm sorry for my my filming skills, not very good. We've got the little nook down there. Our little living room. With our duck and chicken. And we've got our downstairs bathroom or shower room. And the dining area. The kitchen. I'm quite pleased with. This is the bedroom. Brought a bit of the outdoors in. And she's got an ensuite in her bathroom. Going out to her balcony. Go the new telescope, which I'm in love with. And then the brother's room, just a little bit plainer. View from his balcony. And this is the front balcony. And the main bathroom. Quite fancy. And up the ladders. And there you go, the view from the front, top. And there we go, our entertainment room with the skylight. And that's it. And then I think we go down and have a look outside. I did want to have a full-size bar as well, but there just wasn't enough room for it. I suppose I could have put one on the porch, the back porch, and a barbecue. Our pond, it looks a little bit swampy, that pond. There we go. Back to the front of the house. I think that trellis looks fantastic. Love it. And I wish we had ceiling tiles. I mean, come on. How many years has it been and we don't have ceiling tiles? There we go. Beautiful manor. There we go. So thank you for joining me today and listening to me ramble. I've had a lovely time. I hope you have too. And if you like it, and you can subscribe if you'd like to. Hopefully I'll be getting the next video up soon. Have a lovely day. Take care. Bye.